Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Imperfect Action Show, where we connect to six, seven, eight-figure earners, figure out what's been working in their life and in their business, and then hopefully distill that information so you can get to your success a little bit faster. And on today's episode, I have a wealth builder, I have a social media expert, I have an all-around great person with a great personality, some good ass energy. Welcome, Candy Roberson, to the podcast.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having
So
me.
yeah, no, 100%. We've been wanting to do this for a little bit. I've been following you for a good amount of time. I really enjoy the content you put out. I like how it's a combination of obviously content in general, just improving your presence and your brand awareness and things like that, your digital footprint. Then at the same time, you're teaching people how to generate wealth and the power of life insurance and things like that. So why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself and your story? And while you're doing that, I'm going to send a text out to the community to let them know that we are live.
Okay. So I guess my story's pretty long, but I've been in the industry for a while. I'm actually a nurse, and I knew that I didn't want to be a nurse forever. So I always did side hustles. For about 15 years, I did modeling, I did acting, I'm also a human rights activist. So I coordinated events for fundraisers for other nonprofits. I did a lot. Started doing e-commerce, subscription boxes, like everything that you name it.
Mm,
So all these skills that I've gained over time has like propelled me into the direction I needed to be as successful as I am today. Because I never gave up on a lot of the things that I wanted to do, despite all the hearsay from other people. I never gave up. So since then, I kind of fell in love with social media. A lot of people were hitting me up like, hey, like, how are you doing this? Teach me. I mean, how are you becoming an influencer? Like, how do you use social media? Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, well, there it is. That's my niche. That's my niche. And I figured it out as soon as I hit my niche. It's like, hit the ground running. Like everybody, I do coaching, I do consulting, I manage people's pages for them, I help people go viral. Um, and that's my thing. That's what I love doing, and I've been doing that. I did life insurance because my dad passed away 2 years ago, and us being minorities, we are not taught we're taught to work 2, 3 jobs, work hard, save money, and then when you pass away, you give that savings to your family, right? Which is impossible because things happen along the way. Um, my dad got life insurance. He got about $15,000. He got it late in life, so he was older, didn't get a lot of big policy amount. So me and my brother split that and then paid for his funeral. And then it hit me and I said, oh, this is how you build wealth. This is how you generate wealth. This is how you pass down wealth without having to work 2, 3 jobs. Because what if my dad got a $150,000 policy 10, 20 years ago? Me and my brother would have 75K each that we could flip, use it to invest with, or just live better lives, right? This is how you can help your kids live better lives than you did without working so hard. And that's my goal, was to educate people. I just got and became a life insurance agent because I just love helping people. I feel like everyone should know like this is a great way to build wealth without having to work so hard. And it's not that much money a month.
yeah, 100%. And I like how you said that. Like when you had that family member pass away, and it's like that kind of light bulb went off, right? You was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. He left this amount of money. Obviously, it's not a huge amount, but he was still able to leave something. We were able to take care of him, and then we had a couple of dollars left over to do a couple of
Yeah.
things. And I can empathize from that because I was in a situation as well where my grandma, who raised me, she passed away, and there was a policy left for me, and it was about $150,000.
That's great. That's awesome.
I was,
Yes.
and I
That's
was six. I
awesome.
was 16. So what I lacked at the time, because unfortunately, like my mom had passed, my dad
Oh,
passed, one of my
sorry.
brothers passed. So
Wow.
I didn't really have that figure in my life that could really explain, right? That okay, what
Right.
is this? Where did this money come from? Like, are we reinvesting this? What are we doing with this?
Or what to
Um,
do with it, right?
exactly. So like, I didn't reinvest into a policy at that point, right? in the the non-melanated face that I was sitting in front of when
Right.
I received the beneficiary, like the payout. He wasn't breaking no sauce down to me. He was, what I'm saying, like he wasn't like, hey, listen, this is where the
You
money
should
came.
get one too. Yeah. Or this
Exactly,
is
this is
how
where
you
the
should
money.
do it. Right. No, they
Exactly. This is
just
where it
pay it.
came from. You should do it. This is what your grandmother did, and this is why we're here right now. Unfortunately, she passed, but this is why we're here. Listen, young, kid that's probably not gonna listen to me anyway. Why don't you
Right.
just take 75 and blow it, and then this other 75 we're gonna reinvest it or something, right?
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I 100% agree with you. And I'm licensed as well. I have my real estate license in a couple of different states. So I share that with my friends, and then obviously people that I come across, because there's so many strategies that you can utilize with that for tax benefits. Loaning against your own policy, generate obviously
Cash value.
the cash value ability, and really just being able to just be more diversified and actually have something you can look forward to, and then know that you can have multiple policies that may have multiple purposes for you. So I really love that. So really quick, let me just reset the pod real quick. We got a couple people in live. We are
Oh,
live
okay.
with Candy. If you want to ask her questions on social media, right? TikTok, Instagram. If you want to ask her questions on just building wealth, and just insurance, or just the mindset that might go along with that, definitely drop your questions in the chat. She will answer those questions live. So what did you notice about social media, like Instagram to TikTok, some of the different nuances? What patterns have you I guess put together within yourself that allowed you to become successful on both platforms?
The ability to um, not be stuck in my old ways. So a lot of business owners, they get stuck and they're not with the times. So I have the ability to reinvent myself and stick with the time. So social media changes, trends change, platforms come in, new platforms come, and each platform is completely different. I have the ability to do a lot of research. I do a lot of playing around. I post a ton of stuff. I do a lot of things to help me analyze what works and what doesn't. And then I just hone on to the things that do work consistently each and every single time I create content or I post or anything like that. Right now, the current thing is video marketing. If you're not doing video, you're not getting seen. No one, you're just, you can't just leave posting or doing social media and leaving it to just posting photos or posting flyers, or that's what a lot of people do. Posting just regular posts is just like, nah, it's not going nowhere. No one's seeing it. Right now, the fastest way to get seen is through video on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram. All the platforms are
But can't, but
totally.
Candy, but Candy, but Candy, I'm afraid to show my face. I
Oh.
I don't like how I sound on. I don't I don't look good today.
And then I say, well, how bad do you want it? Right? And
So
people hate me for that all the time and say like I hate to say this so much, but like I'm a wife. I got 6 kids. I got 2 grown adults, and I got a toddler, a 4-year-old. I cook, I clean, I work, I do life insurance, I do social media, I manage my own content, I manage my clients' content. It's like if I can make time to make videos, get made up because I take myself seriously, I take my business seriously, then I'm gonna find time to do it. Like because that's how bad I want it. I don't care if I don't feel good that day. I'm gonna get up and do it because that's how bad I want it, right? And if I don't see the results that I want, well, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep doing more. Like nothing stops me from creating content because at the end of the day, it's free advertising.
sure is. The only thing you're paying for is your time, and a lot of people aren't willing to pay with their time, or they may
Right.
feel like, you know what, I'm gonna do one piece of content, and I didn't get the views is low, the engagement
Right.
is low, so why am I gonna do another one? But it's like you can't even go to the gym and lift one weight and then get buff. It don't work like that, right?
It don't work like that. It's
You gotta have
there's
a
no
30-day plan,
consistency.
60-day plan, 21-day plan, 7-day plan, right? 180-day plan. So we're on with Candy right now. We're talking about wealth and content creation. Drop your questions in the chat. I know you guys got questions because I know your Instagrams and your TikToks ain't popping up. We are with an expert that can give you some free sauce for the next 13, 14 minutes. If I was you, I would be asking all of the questions in real time. So, what about people that are like, should I be dancing? Should I not be dancing? Should I give them some salsa? Should I use a hook? Like, what, like if you're confused because you're seeing different content out there, how do you find out what may work and may be authentically content style that may work for you? And then does that translate from platform to platform? Like for instance, if I'm doing like a talking head type of content and it's working well on Instagram, will that translate well on TikTok, or do I need to distill the same information in like a different fashion on a different platform?
Okay, so your first question is you don't have to do dances unless it matches your personality. There's 10 million trends that come out every day, every week. They come and go. There's so many trends that you can pick up and you like the sound, you like the video, maybe inspired by someone else's video and say, hey, I can see myself doing that, right? If you can see yourself doing it, the only way to get comfortable and be in your groove when you're creating content is to do as much content as possible. That is the only way. That's the only way you're like, okay, I don't like how I looked here. I don't like that what that made me feel. I don't really like that song, or I don't really like where I'm at or my position or whatever it is. You're not gonna know any of these likes or dislikes until you do as much content as possible. Like that's the only way. Then you're like, oh, okay, this is how I like it. This is what's doing well. This is the type of videos that's people like. Then guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna continue to do those type of videos, right? If you look at my TikToks and my social media, it's the same type of videos. It's from head to toe, head to chest, and I'm just doing the same thing, just providing information, attaching it to a trending song, and then boom. But that's what I'm comfortable with. I'm comfortable with showing that much of myself, and that's what I kept doing. And every single video that you'll see is head to chest. That's all I do. So and the only way I figured that out is because I did everything. Okay, I did dancing, I did stand up, I did walk, I did all of that. That's when I figured out, okay, this is what I'm great at. This is what I'm comfortable at doing. The second question is, does it translate? No, because each platform is different. As you can see, sometimes what trends on TikTok is delayed. Then all of a sudden, maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month later, Instagram is using the same trend that was trendy on TikTok a week, 2 weeks earlier, right? And then your audience is completely different. Like Instagram audience is a little bit more. Instagram is a little bit more bougie, so it's a community, right? So they only cater to communities, people that follow you, people that like what you create or the type of content you create or the type of things you like. Where TikTok isn't like that. It's for everybody, right? So you can do anything as long as it's trending,
So
really.
you could be more free. Okay, so
Yeah.
you could be more free on TikTok. It sounds like, but if I'm like, okay, if I'm just starting, let's say I'm just starting a new account, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to see what's trending and me, recreate something like that, or am I just maybe doing something that I want to do, or a combination of both?
For Instagram,
TikTok.
for TikTok, you want to be niche specific, but also something that you like doing, personality related, right? So as you can see on my TikTok, I talk about being Asian all the time, or zodiac signs, because that's what I like, right? But the people that follow me for those things, they will see all my other content when I do post about life
Could you
insurance.
start weaving it inside of it? Yeah.
Yes. So when one of those videos go viral, guess what I'm doing? The next post is going to be about life insurance. Boom, that video is about to go viral. I'm getting leads. Da da da. So,
So
but
you're saying if you put something out there and it's working, then you're gonna hit them with like the next post with something that you want to show them.
yeah. So this is the reason being is, okay. So let's say we do life insurance and we're just doing life insurance videos the entire time. The only people that are going to follow us is when they show up on their for you page for something that's brand new they've never seen before, right? But as when they start following us and we keep pushing life insurance, they're gonna get bored of us, okay? Because we're gonna say the same thing on each. We generally say the same thing in all our life insurance videos, right? We're just gonna say the same things, so they're gonna get bored of us and they're not gonna want to watch us continuously, right? So what? So how do you keep people on your page? Well, be yourself, right? Do talk about things that are relatable to the audience, especially TikTok. TikTok's very like, I want to see the real you. I want to know who's behind. I want to see what your experience is. Or I want to know da da da. That's what TikTok's made for, regular people, right? So you have to showcase some of your personality, what you like, things that you do that relates to your audience, but be consistent with it. Don't do like 5 million random videos, right? If you can see on my TikTok, I do a lot of just my videos on myself and I do life insurance. So I kind of alternate back and forth. So it's still like a theme. I'm still consistent with what I'm doing, but that's I stick with what I like because it relates to my audience. So for example, I just did a video yesterday that's going viral now, and I was talking about my experiences growing up in being Asian, right? Well, that related to a lot of people because I was talking about I hated being compared to other kids, and I was so different. We grew up poor. Well, guess what? Everybody, no matter what culture you are or where you come from, is going to relate to that. Every culture does the whole comparing your kids thing, right? So then everyone's gonna feel me. They're like, oh man, like she's real, like she really has these experiences, right? So let's say people look at me and stereotype me all day long, right? They're gonna say, "Oh, she's privileged, she's Asian, she's probably rich, lives with her parents," like, and it's not the case. So I do a lot. I use my platform to educate people of where I came from, and that not all Asian people are the model minority.
Yeah.
So then what happens is they're like, "Oh, okay, so she's not like that. All right, then like she's cool." Blah blah blah. And guess what? I get followers, and people really do follow me and like everything that I do because I'm very down to earth. I'm humble. I can talk to anybody. I can be myself, and that's what people followers on TikTok, they want to feel like they're your friend, right? So that's the difference between TikTok and the rest of the platforms is your audience wants to be your friend. So you're going to have to give a little bit of yourself out so they can feel like they know you, right? Right, Brendan? Like you
Yo,
said the first thing you said when you talked to me, I
yo,
feel like I know you, right?
Candy's my homegirl, man. Like she's my homegirl. I listen,
Right.
but she's 100% correct. In a lot of relationships, can be fostered and nurtured on the social media platforms, and they may start from a like, a comment. Sometimes even if you share somebody's post that you might really connect with, that's a great way for you to start a conversation. And I'm gonna tell you, like, a lot of the podcast guests that I've had on, obviously Candy's is a real time example of that. They've all come through relationships and conversations I've started through Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or it teed it up, it planted a seed, and then if I saw this person in person or at an event, it just solidified that. I can tell you
Right.
probably like 95% of all the relationships and connections I made happened through a combination of the podcast, but initially from social media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So 100% correct. So right now, if you can give somebody two cheat codes, because they're being shy right now. There's people watching. They're being
I
shy. They're being shy with the questions, right? They're gonna hit me up later, like, I want to
know.
ask you this,
I
right?
do that to people sometimes. They get
So,
shy around me.
two things. Right now, what is something that's trending? If it, that maybe somebody could do. Is it a sound that they could look up? Is it a sequence? What is something that might be trending currently that people can recreate or get some inspiration from?
So this is gonna work for everybody. This is what I call my lazy content. Okay, this is for people who don't want to show their face, or you don't feel like making a new video today, or whatever. Um, Text on the screen. So you don't have to do anything special. You don't have to create new videos. Just go through your phone, find a video that you like. It could be videos that you've used before. It does not matter. You just attach the video to a trending sound, and if you're not sure what's trending, just go to my page. All my videos are attached to trending sounds, and then just write facts on the screen, something that's going to capture people's attention and make them stop and read it. There's a reason why that works, is because people are going to read it, and it's facts, straight to the point stuff. So then it counts as a view, right? So also making sure your videos are 10 seconds long. Reason being is most people can't read that fast. So what happens
They
is
definitely
your
can't.
video is going to loop. So every time a video loops, it counts as a view. And every time you have so many views in a certain time, in a certain amount of time, you tend to go viral, right? So
So you're giving
like,
away some sauce right now. So super
yes,
sauce.
I'm giving you guys some free stuff.
Woo!
Yes, so like, and most people don't really implement the things that I say. So even though I'm giving away free gems and stuff, they're like really just like, okay, whatever, like, because it's
Nah,
free.
listen,
But honestly,
y'all need to peel back the onion right now. She gonna wait. That was saucy right there.
yeah,
Make listen, make
and
the
if you can
video.
see, like, my videos are like that. And almost every video that you've seen, maybe on finance, or anything, you'll see that everyone puts text on the screen when it comes to finance, mortgage, real estate, even credit repair, things like that, business credit. Everybody that I know in that realm uses the text on the screen. It generate. I don't know where it generated from, but I was definitely one of the ones life insurance agents that created that text on the screen and started attaching it to a trend. It's just because people can read it, it's facts, and then it's short, and they can't read all of it. Especially if you hook them in right, they're like, "Huh? What did she say? Let me stop and continue to watch it." So they'll keep watching it. So text on the screens is like the best thing and the easiest way to go viral as well.
Okay, so yeah, that was Whitney's question right there. Was the key to go viral? So I guess you said text on the screen and videos that are short so they can loop. Is there something else you would add to that, or would those be like the two main things?
I think those are like the two main things that currently is working right now. You just
How do
have
you,
to
how do you find a
keep
viral
doing it.
sound? Do we just go to your page and take all your
You can do that, or so defining a viral sound or trending sound. Like, don't look at these viral apps. Oh, they're telling you what's trending, what's not. Those things don't work because there's so many trending sounds out there, and they come and go so fast. What you do is you're gonna watch. So I'm not a watcher. I'm a creator. So when I'm on TikTok, I don't watch to enjoy myself most of the time. I'm there just like, okay, can I do that? Can I do that? How do I do that? How can I do that about life insurance? How do I? That's what I do. So when a sound is repetitive, you keep seeing the same videos with the same sound. Well, that's trending. Okay. Um, if it's a dance or an action, that's also trending. Or if it's an effect or a filter that everyone's doing right now, everyone's doing that bold glamour. The girls are doing that one because they're talking about how crazy that filter makes, how it makes you look so good. That's trending. Everyone's using that filter because that's trending. So it's something that you keep seeing over and over again. If you see that, then you hop on it fast. Like, you hop on it fast. Okay, because that's gonna go next week, I promise. So
what's fast?
fast, like as soon as you see it trending,
Hmm.
hop on it, because that means everybody, when something is trending, TikTok's pushing that type of content out there for the most part. So if you're doing what's trending, then your content's going to get seen because that's what everybody's looking at. That's what everybody's looking at, right? So they're going to push your content because that's what everybody's looking at. So jump on the trend as soon as it comes out. I would say within the first 5 to 7 days. Don't wait too long because then you're just not on the wagon no more.
Off the wagon. So we got a question from Amanda. And Amanda, you probably definitely want to follow Candy because she's also in your category, your lane. Amanda does insurance
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that. So that'll be good. So she asks, how do you know what your audience wants if they're not engaging?
Okay. So for the most part, is you're gonna have to keep posting, right? And then and the only way you'll know like what they want is if you keep posting content. But at the same time, I'm gonna tell you what people want. Okay, to make your life easier.
I drop.
People want real stuff. They want value. Okay, this is what people get stuck on. My clients and business owners is like they create content based on what you like. No, you got to create content on what your target audience wants. And if they want more videos of value, then that's what you can create. Even if you don't like, let's say, if you don't really, um, like a sound per se, or like, okay, let me use. I'm gonna go back. What if there's a song that you like and you like it? It's not trending, but you like the song. It's your favorite song. It just came out. Blah blah blah. But it's not trending, and you attach it to an awesome video, right? Your video is awesome. You did everything right? Looks great, and you attach it to a song that's not trending. Well, you lost because just because you like the song doesn't mean everyone else likes the song. So you have to always, that's what people want. So the only way that you know what people want is actually creating the videos, and two, following trends. Following trends is they're telling you exactly what they want. There's no way around that. If you see something repetitive, that's what people want. So then you're going to do what people want.
That's a great question, Amanda. So do you need to be on both platforms? Do you need to be on Instagram, and do you need to be on TikTok, or could you be just on one or just on the other?
Have you heard of that? What slogan that people always say, like, "Don't put your eggs all in one basket."
I have.
Right, same thing. What happens if you get banned from TikTok? Well, you're screwed, right? Because you don't have an Instagram, your Facebook not popping. Then what? So then you kind of like have to start over. So me, I get leads on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Alignable, YouTube. I get leads everywhere. So I get leads every single day for life insurance or social media. Every single day because I don't put all my eggs in one basket. In fact, I had a friend who had 700,000 followers on TikTok and got banned twice. So then he had to revert to his Facebook and revert. And then I have a client who got hacked in his Instagram. I have friends that get hacked all the time on Facebook. So what happens if you can't get into your account? And you're screwed because you didn't work on your TikTok, you didn't work on your Facebook, right? So then you're out of luck. You got to start over again. No, whatever the amount of time you put into Instagram, TikTok, is got to be all the same. You got to put all the effort in the same. Don't just pick one and stick to it. You probably hear that a lot. Like, pick one and stick to it. No, no, because things happen. I promise you. I got banned on Facebook a couple times. Um, and then so then when I got banned on Facebook, I had to like do more Instagrams and TikToks. When I get like, so you have to, nothing is like definite. Nothing's definite, so you have to make sure you're out there everywhere. People are on Pinterest too. Like, Pinterest is popping. um so like you gotta have, you can narrow it down. I typically do Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, my top three platforms. So if you want me to narrow it down to like three, I would say those top three. Don't
Awesome.
stick to one.
So as we're winding down with the time, I want to switch over to a wealth question. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. We on with Candy. We're talking about content creation and wealth creation, touching on Instagram, TikTok, and everything in between. If you ain't post today, here's some accountability. You need to post today. You know what I'm saying?
At
Okay,
least
so
twice a day. I
at least
always at least twice a day.
at least twice a day. So what is something people should know about life insurance, right? Because when people hear that conversation, they hear life insurance. Typically, they're like, "Oh, I don't need that. I'm not gonna die. Like, I don't need that right now." So what is one or two things that you could share on why life insurance should be something that someone takes a second look at, or just considers to take more seriously?
The biggest thing is I say that you can use life insurance while you're alive. People are always, how do you do that? What? I could do that, right? And they're like, oh, and I said, yeah, did you know you can use your life insurance to buy you a car, a house, or you can use it to build business with? And they're like, wow, I didn't know that, right? So you can, even being young, which is the best time to get life insurance because it's cheaper because you're young and healthy, but you build wealth, more wealth faster and much more than someone who's in their 40s or 50s. Um, so that money that they can accumulate, they can use it later on to buy a house. So like if you get like insurance in 2021 and maybe 30, 34, they can actually have money to put down on a house without having to borrow money from the bank or your family members or your friends or however, you know what I'm saying? So that you can use it. There are so many ways to use life insurance, but that is probably everyone's favorite way to use it. And that's what really stops people from thinking about life insurance is just for when I die. It's not. You can use it while you're alive. And so certain carriers like IULs offer living benefits. So people don't think about this either. So what happens if you get a heart attack or stroke and you're maybe don't have short-term disability at your job? Then you're kind of screwed. You can't go to work. You can't pay your bills. With IULs and certain types of life insurance, they come with living benefits where you can actually take money out from your death benefit to pay for your bills, right? And that struggle. So these things like people don't even know about, like they're out here struggling when they're sick, when they don't have to be struggling. You can just take it from your life insurance to pay your bills and not struggle. These are things that are very important to us, but no one really thinks about the future. But there's so many, like permanent life insurance is probably my favorite because it covers you your whole life and you can lock in your rate. You can accrue cash value. You can that cash value you can use to do whatever you want with. And maybe have emergency, right? You have emergencies and you're like, oh my god, I don't have $5,000. Maybe something happened, and then you have $5,000 sitting in your policy that you can just take out without credit checks. Nothing is your money. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't use it, you can pass it down to your family as well.
Yeah, that's major. I like how you said it right there, like without a credit check, without having to fill out,
No,
application.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's major. So before we go, is there anything else you want to share with the people? Let them know what you got going on, how they can work closer with you on either social media strategy, or learn more about insurance and the policies, and just what may be a good fit for them.
Currently, I do. You can go visit my website, icandyland.com. I offer many services for people who need coaching, maybe want to do it on their own. They want to learn on their own. I do one-on-one coaching. I do managing of social media pages as well. But currently, I'm running a special. It's 80% off. It's a mini offer that I'm offering a lot of people for $97. You learn how I grew 10,000 followers overnight. This is very recent. I grew 10,000 followers last week overnight on TikTok. So I teach you how to use TikTok for your business. I'm really business oriented, so it's typically how to use TikTok for your business. It's 1 hour session with me, and then you get a free phone call after as
What?
well. Yep, and then I teach you how to do a video live while we're doing the session together.
That sounds like a
Um,
ridiculous offer. And if
it
you watch
is.
this right, if you watch this right now, what you need to do is head over to icandyland.com, send her a DM right now. If you're in ATC, if you love the Imperfect Action Show, if your social media is trash, she's giving you heavy game right now for $97. You know what I'm saying? So head
Yep.
over to icandyland.com. Let her know that you found her at the Imperfect Action Show. Lock in that $97. Get your social media right. Whether your TikTok ain't TikToking or your Instagram ain't gramming, now is your time, because I don't know any social media strategists that are really giving you time and strategy for $97. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. I also have like if you need accountability, a lot of my people need accountability, need to reminders. I have a texting where you can text social media one word to 833-655-8248. You text that, I send you content ideas, I send you social media tips, I send you updates. I like typically I it's once or twice a day I'll send out a text. It
Not
just
free.
helps you. Yeah, it's free. I'm giving out free stuff that way too. That way, like you guys can like uh create. This gives you accountability, like to remind you, hey, post something. And if you don't have an idea, I got an idea for you. So like it's just to help you guys get in the habit of creating content and posting and things like that.
Let's give a quick little recap. If you want to take advantage of the free daily game and accountability around social media, text social to 833-655-8248. And if you want
Social
to
media, one word.
text social media, one word, social media, one word, to 833-655-8248. And also, if you want to take advantage of this mini offer, I don't know when you're hearing it. Maybe it might still be available because I know you're slow. But head over to iCandyland iCandyland on Instagram. Send her a DM. I'm gonna say, hey, I need that mini offer right now because my social media needs a facelift. So I appreciate you for spending time with us on the show. This has been amazing. talking about wealth creation, insurance, and also talk about leveling up your social media page and just how you do it and how people can, they can do it better. Because, like you said, video marketing right now is the thing. And if you're not doing that, you are behind because AI is coming out. And listen, you just got to step it up because things are changing fast right now.
Yep.
All right, y'all. This has
Thank
been
you so much for having me on the show. I appreciate
100%.
you so much.
It's been amazing. We look forward to having you back. And hopefully, if I'm out in that area, we could do a live Pursue podcast and kind of dig into your story a little bit. Make sure you guys follow Candy on social media, both the platforms, and we'll see you guys on another episode.